audible, but the voice is breaking in between.
I'll have just one solution. Okay, let's shift our lecture on Google Meet. Okay, I'll post the link in the chat. Keep joining in this link, Google Meet. We'll shift our lecture on Google Meet. See, if anybody wants to join, they can join now. I will deny entry after 5 minutes. And even without your Charoset ID, also you are not allowed in Google Meet. एक करके join करोगे, that's not. Now I'm just restricting the entry. I'm sharing my screen so that we can see the content of this algorithm. See, this simulated annealing algorithm was just a second. The simulated annealing algorithm was proposed because we were having a problem with the hill climbing algorithm. When we were studying hill climbing algorithm, we were observing that there are 3 drawbacks of hill climbing algorithm. One of which was, I'll record this one. So if anybody is missing something, then we can have the recording. This meeting is now recorded. So even if you don't catch up with me, then after it's fine. Okay? In between, somewhere my voice is not clearly audible. You can still ask me. I'll do whatever is possible from my side. Okay? We were discussing about simulated annealing. See, this algorithm is a variation to the hill climbing algorithm. And why we need a variation to the hill climbing algorithm? Previously, when we were studying the hill climbing algorithm, we were observing few problems with the hill climbing algorithm. One was getting stuck at the local maximum. Other was that when there is a bad move, my next state is not better than my current state. In that case, what happens? hill climbing algorithm will terminate. The next state should be better than your current state. The next state value should be an increasing value. If it is not an increasing value, then your next state move is not accepted. It is considered as a bad move and algorithm terminates at that point of time. That is used to happen with the hill climbing algorithm. So here in hill climbing algorithm, the main problem was with us that a bad move was never accepted. Bad move, even though we were like terminating the algorithm, we were not exploring any other moves. So this is a drawback of that algorithm. How to overcome it? We can have a variation of hill climbing algorithm in the form of simulated algorithm, and we can overcome that even a downhill move or a bad move is to be accepted. Okay. Now, so simulated annealing, we need to understand this word simulated and annealing. Simulated means duplicate and annealing. This is a physical process. Okay. Here in different branches like mechanical and in physics also. So annealing is a process where a physical substance such as metals, they are melted. The metal is melted at a very high temperature so that it gets converted from its solid state to the liquid state. And then what happens that that metal which is in liquid state, it is gradually cooled down until it achieves solid state. So that process is known as annealing. The goal of this process is to have a minimal energy final state. That means we require the temperature at which the liquid state metal is getting converted into the solid state metal. At temperature at which the liquid metal, just a second, students. Students, my voice is audible. Is my voice audible or it's still breaking?
Audible, ma'am.
See, my whole time will be wasted if you people put one by one request into the class. Okay? And at this moment, after this moment, I'm not allowing anyone in the I will be concentrating on teaching. So the rest of the people, they must understand that you should attend the lecture on time. In Microsoft Teams, it gives you the right that you people don't come on time, you join in the middle of the meeting. This thanks to Google Meet, they are getting who comes on time. So this annealing is a physical process. Okay? Here what happens? First of all, a solid metal is heated at a very high temperature. The high temperatures are required because we can convert this metal from its solid state to a liquid state. And then this metal is gradually cooled down so that it achieves the solid state. What here we need from the process of annealing is the optimal temperature at which the metal converts from liquid state to the solid state. Why this is necessary? Because even cooling down metal is like a costly sometimes. So getting more temperatures. So if we have optimal temperature, like at this temperature only, this metal is going to get converted from the liquid state to the solid state. That temperature we maintain, and process of achieving the metal from liquid state to the solid state is accomplished. Now, there is one thing about this particular metals, or that we know that if we cool down a metal too gradually, okay? So if you just cool down a metal too gradually, it will be fragile. And if you are cooling it down very slowly, then it will become very hard. And then after we cannot mold that particular metal. So even cooling the metal very fast makes our metal fragile, and even if we are cooling the metal very slowly, that will make our metal very hard. So optimal temperature at which the metal doesn't become too fragile and doesn't become too hard, it is the one thing that we need to have it. So we need to find that temperature. Okay? This was the physical annealing process, and we have to mimic this particular process. We need to duplicate. So what happens in the hill climbing actually? Okay? In the hill climbing, in the simulated annealing, we will understand with the help of this example. If you keep disturbing me by having entry, so now this person is really not allowed. That person is denied entry. Right hand. See, this particular example over here is n-queens problem, and we are going to solve the n-queens problem using simulated annealing algorithm. N-queens problem is that you have n cross n chessboard on which you place n queen, and our aim is over here that no two queens should attack each other. Here in the example, we have n is equals to 4. That is why we have 4 cross 4 chessboard, and on which you are going to place 4 queens. The 4 queens you are going to place on 4 cross 4 chessboard, and you are going to place the queens in such a manner that no two queens should attack each other. The queens should not attack each other and kill each other. That is what we need to achieve. Okay? How we are going to do that? See, here we don't concentrate on calculating the heuristic function cost. So the values are given over here. So it helps us to decide which move to take. Okay? Now here, what you need to concentrate is that for heuristic function values, the heuristic function is that number of open square positions that we have done in our lab sessions when we were solving hill climbing, when we were solving n-queens problem using hill climbing. So the heuristic function was number of open square positions. Why this function? This was informal, but it is not necessary that this could be the only function. There are 4 heuristic functions to the same problem. Okay? What you need to do over here is that you just concentrate with me while I'm explaining you, and please be with me during the flow. Okay? So initially the heuristic function cost calculated for the initial state is -2. Okay? Then what could be the possible moves? So there are 2 possible moves, one with the heuristic function cost -4 and another with the heuristic function cost -3. So which function, which move to be selected? If this is a hill climbing algorithm, instead of simulating annealing algorithm, just assume that if this is a hill climbing algorithm, these both moves will not be selected. -2 and -4. -4 is more negative than -2. And even -3 is more negative than -2. So -4 and -3 both are bad moves compared to our current state. The state -4 and -3 both are not better than our current state. So if this is a hill climbing algorithm, the hill climbing algorithm would not have accepted a move but would have terminated at this point of time. But now we are understanding that we are having a variation of hill climbing that is simulated annealing. So now what modification is done so that one out of these two moves is selected. So here you have value -4 and -3, which move to be selected. For this, they are using reference of simulated the physical annealing process. In that, when you can say that your system is in minimal energy state, with this equation, P is a probability function equals to e raised to minus delta E upon kT. So here, the same thing is mimicked here. Okay? Here the probability is calculated. And if you think that with this probability, I can move forward, then it's okay. Otherwise, the move is rejected. So here a bad move, here in simulated annealing algorithm, a bad move like this -4 and -3 is accepted with probability value. That probability value over here is calculated as max, max. That is equal to e raised to delta upon t. And what is this delta in the equation? T or temperature it is given that we are starting temperature it is 2. Okay. Temperature also I will explain you, but what is this delta? Delta is nothing but the difference between your new state, okay, or the delta E. Here the delta is value of current state minus value of new state. That is why you have delta is equals to -2 and -1. Okay. So the difference between the heuristic function value of your new state and current state, that is this value delta. So here in the probability equation, that is max is equals to e raised to delta upon t. So delta is this -2 and temperature value is 2, and then you can calculate max, that is the probability. Okay. E raised to -2 upon 2, and here for -3 it will be e raised to -1 upon t, that is 2. Okay. For this particular algorithm in exam you won't be having any calculations. Okay. It's quite difficult for everyone to go understand this. It's fine. So here what happens that I have two moves. Now my algorithm is simulated annealing. Now I have to accept a bad move. In what condition a bad move is accepted? The probability value. That probability value is again decided by the programmer or the one which is developing the algorithm. That let us assume that I accept a move which is having the probability value between 0.35 and 0.5. Or for example, here the value is 0.61. So I accept a move with the probability 0.35 to 0.7. So any value which is in the range of 0.35 to 0.75 probability, I will accept that move. Otherwise, I will discard that particular move. Okay, that is the thing. So here the bad moves are accepted with the probability value, and how the probability value is calculated with the help of this equation. Here E, we know that its value is around 2.07 raised to delta. Delta, that is the difference between the heuristic function value of current state and new state. Okay? And upon T temperature it is 2. Now, what is T? See, when I was explaining you the physical process, I said that if you pull down the metal too fast, it becomes fragile. If you pull down the metal too slow, it becomes very hard. Now, this is similar to that how we are converging in our output. Steps, like similar to gradient descent. In gradient descent, what we used to do, we are at the top floor, we have a baby step. Whatever is downhill, we accept that move. Okay? Same thing happens over here. This is like I am converging to the optimal state with the help of temperature. I'm taking this steps. It is like we can say alpha, learning rate. This is a learning rate. Okay. When this algorithm was introduced, there was no concept of learning rate. But yeah, this particular temperature value is very similar to the learning rate that we used to see in our different algorithms. So learning rate is like this, that currently you are keeping the value of temperature as 2.0. Now reduce the temperature. See if you are getting a good move or not. Okay. So here I have -4, -5, -2. Okay. Because here the move with -3, the probability was good. So we were accepting that move and moving forward. So now with this value -3, you have 3 possible moves. -4, -5 and -1. -1 here is accepted. See, the case of probability comes into the picture if your next state is not better than current state. Here it is -3 and we have a better state, -1. So -1 is better than -3. In this case, you don't need to go out for checking probability. But in the next state, you have to go out for checking the probability. Why? Because here if you accept this -1 move, so for this T is equals to 1.2, what you get is the heuristic function value is -2 and -3. Both are bad moves compared to -1. So in this case, you need to get and check the probability. But if you find a better move than your current state, then you don't need to go for at all checking the probability. Just accept the move because my new move is better than my previous move. That is what happens over here. So here we accept the move with -1 without checking anything, without calculating. Here for this particular thing, you don't calculate the delta and this probability. That is perfectly fine because it is better than the previous. But for this one, you have to calculate the probability because both the moves are bad moves. Now out of 2 bad moves, which one I should select? See, the difference over here, delta is -1 and here it is -2. Okay. So, first probability is 0.74 and second probability is 0.18. Okay. So So this probability looks good. 0.74 doesn't look good. So 0.18 looks good, and that is why this minus 3 move is selected. Even minus 3 is much more negative than minus 2. But this move minus 3 is selected because the probability favors this move. That if you go for this bad move, then there is might a chance that you reach your goal state. So here the whole fundamental of our simulated anchoring algorithm comes back that when a problem is faced over here, we first calculate the heuristic function value. After calculating the heuristic function value, we generate possible moves. Okay, we generated a possible moves. Now the generated possible moves check better than the current state or not. No, they are not better than the current state. Then what we need to do? We need to calculate the probability. That whether we should accept the move, we decide to accept the bad move on basis of probability. So,
Ma'am, how is probability calculated? Like, isn't it e raised to delta?
yes,
Ma'am, then what exactly is t?
E is that its value is the exponential e, that is e 2 point something.
Ma'am, t, the t, delta upon t.
Temperature.
Ma'am, and also I didn't understand, like in step 0, the state with minus 2, we are selecting 2 other states, like we are taking the queen down, and then the next is taking the queen up the second column. And why are those 2 selected, like specifically?
This particular example, I'm not explaining all things of this example. The only thing which we need to understand is I'm explaining it. Okay? So updating each and every value of queen, that is not my explanation, because that would be too much more complicated for us to understand the algorithm. What I'm explaining you is that, say this table you see at temperature 2.0. Why did I explain you? Because I don't want it to calculate the probability for each and every particular queen. Okay? Also, that the thing is that no doubt that this is an example where I have taken it from somewhere, but this is not actually complete simulated angle. Somewhere here it is written as a time gradient error, and we want as a simulated angle. So whatever I am explaining you, I am modifying it to the simulated angle. We don't need to go on for this exact procedure that these people have for. Because the algorithm that is given in your book, it doesn't go according to this. It is going according to what I am explaining. Okay? So if you are having that why I am calculating this delta, okay? See this minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay? These are heuristic function values, delta. Okay? And this max is the probability calculated for this 2.0. Now, we have to select to move. Okay. See, current state value was minus 2, that is 0.37, and now we have 0.22 and 0.14. Okay. But see, look at the probability over here. The diagram itself is a quite mistake, because here when we see the probability is 0.41 with the delta might over here. Okay. So this you don't completely concentrate. If I would be able to find my old document of traveling salesman problem that I have solved with the simulation algorithm, then this will be more. But this probability is calculated with a very simple equation, that is e raised to delta upon. See, t is the number of steps that number of iterations that you can permit in your algorithm. If you want to converge too fast to your goal, you can say that my solution to this particular problem must come within 4 steps. You start with the temperature 2 and decrease the value 0.4. If you want that, I want optimal solution. So let's start from 2. Then you can just like decrease this temperature value to like 1.8, then 1.6, then 1.4. You can go for increasing the temperature level. So it is like taking steps in your algorithm. One very similar to the grading lessons we used to take. Okay? We take baby steps over here. So it's the same thing we are doing. Here we are minimizing our function, heuristic function. Our aim is to minimize our heuristic function. And the approach we are using is the simulated NLP. This concept is very similar to the later on concept that you study on in the machine learning about gradient descent. But not completely yet, because those algorithms were derived after this algorithm. So here the concept does not completely match, but still. Okay? I hope I'm making myself clear. So
Yes, ma'am.
we calculate the probability. In your book, it is very simple written that you are calculating the probability. Even you don't need to go for this equation. If you don't calculate like this, see, you don't go for this equation max is equals to e raised to delta upon t, it doesn't matter. Just have a random number generated between 0 to 1. If the probability is within the threshold range, you are accepting it, accept the move, otherwise don't. Even that less complicated algorithm is given in your book, and this is the traditional AI that we use to study. Previously, see, when you study the history of machine learning, it comes that computers learn even in this algorithm. Here we are claiming that this is just a heuristic search technique, but no, it is not a search technique. You know, when you are studying machine learning, you must have the word that Arthur Samuel developed the checkers program, and the program played very well against itself hundreds of times, and then program learned. What algorithm was used? It was a simple minimax algorithm. The computer learned with the traditional AI algorithm, that was just a minimax algorithm. So researchers and scientists who have worked on these algorithms, they have always told us that it doesn't look at us first that the computer is learning, but actually it is learning. So here in this algorithm, we find the traits of learning somewhere. But we don't need to make it too complicated, because this is just artificial intelligence. Later on, learning portion, we learn it in machine learning. Okay? So first step of this algorithm is that you need to evaluate the initial state. If it is the goal state, we return and correct. If it is not a goal state, then we mark our initial state as current state. So we are marking our initial state as current state. We define a value of t over here. So here you can see you have defined the value of t is equals to 2. Until your goal state is not found, what you need to do? You need to generate new states. We generated new states with value -4 and -3. Calculate delta. Okay, we have calculated delta. That is value of current state minus value of new state. Okay, difference between the current state and new state is the value of delta. Then, if your new state is better than your current state, accept the move. But here in this case, my new states are not better than my current state. So in that case, what I need to do? I need to go out for calculating probability. You can calculate the probability with the help of this equation, that is e raised to delta upon t. Both of the values are available with you and you know how to calculate it. Now, how to accept a probability? Have a threshold value that, or have a range that if my probability is between this range, I will accept the move. Or if my probability is greater than this value, I will accept the move. Or if my probability is less than this value, I will accept the move. So depending upon the algorithm, the person developer, that which move you are accepting. Okay. This again is a hypothesis. We cannot actually predict that this particular probability value is good. Okay. So this again is a hypothesis that probably you are setting the probability value to some threshold. So accepting the move is done with the help of probability. Here this third move seems nice because it is having a high probability. If we consider 0.41 and 0.50, so chances of this move turning out to be a good move is more than -4. So we select this move -3 because the probability is this, we can say 50-50. So this is at 50%, accept the move. Then for the next step, you don't need to go out for calculating the probability. See, that is why not applicable is written over here. Because when your next state is better than your current state, you don't need to go out for calculating the probability, just accept the move. Same thing with -2 and -3. Here we need to go out for checking out the probability or calculating out the probability. Why? Not better than the current state. So go out, calculate the probability with the help of e raised to delta upon t. Okay? And here, next state is -1. So -1 is better than -2 and -3. So not going out for calculating the probability. This table over here, you will look at this side, is just confusing us because there is no relation of calculating the probability in this case also. Okay, calculating each and every queen's probability is just not relevant to our solution also. Those I think extra calculation just to confuse. Now there is value -1. The next two possible moves are -3, -2 and 0. 0 is better move than -1 and heuristic function value is 0. That means we have achieved the goal state. So this is how you start from initial state and reach at the goal state using simulated annealing algorithm. The only drawback we are coming over here of the hill climbing algorithm is that the bad move was rejected and here the bad move was accepted with a probability. That's it. Questions? Any questions? So just wait for a second till I write some numbers. Wait for a second till I write absent numbers. Okay? 82 is absent, 85. बोलो एक मिनट. See, you people can leave. I have noted down absent numbers. And I'm also terminating this meeting so that you don't be present.